Beijing was struck by a terrifying storm. Hailstones rained down like falling rocks, leaving the city in chaos. Cars were shredded, windows blown out, rear windshields completely destroyed. Some chunks of ice were the size of eggs, smashing everything in sight. The entire capital was left reeling. "Unbelievable! It's hailing in Beijing," cried one resident. "I wanted to rush out and save my car, but I was trapped in the guard booth. Those hailstones were so enormous, my car's probably done for." It all happened on Saturday, September 13, 2025. Just as workers were about to leave the office after a long day of overtime, thunder rolled through the sky, followed by sheets of rain, relentless lightning, and a sudden wave of hail. That night, the sky above Beijing unleashed its fury. Giant ice balls pelted the city with a force not seen in decades. People compared it to frozen stones falling straight from heaven. Online, videos spread rapidly, showing heavy downpours mixed with hail-battering cars and trees. Branches snapped, roads blanketed with ice. The streets transformed into white rivers of frozen pellets. The storm didn't just damage property, it sparked heated debate. Netizens noticed their posts disappearing. "It's just a hailstorm. Why censor comments?" one asked. Another mocked, "Typing into the night like smoke rising from the keyboard. Yet comments vanish. Guilty, aren't they? Even hail has to be silenced." Someone else compared it to snow in June, defying nature itself. Others urged, "Posting online means nothing. If you want justice, gather on the streets." Car owners could only cry out in despair. "Look at my BMW, ruined," one wailed. Another lamented, "My EV is packed with ice, the motor completely buried." Those caught outside were pelted with massive ice chunks. Trees lay broken, crops flattened into useless scraps, farmers devastated by the losses. "Look at this one, bigger than a steamed bun," shouted a man, holding up a hailstone. "It's unreal. Piles of ice block the roads. It looks like snowstorms in September. My car's finished." Voices echoed through the streets. "All the cars are wrecked. The storm punched craters everywhere, lightning roared overhead. It feels like the world is ending." Some found small relief. "Our cars under the trees survived a little better. Yes, under trees is safer." But the whole street still looked like a battlefield. Others kept filming. "Brothers, take a look. Hailstones stacked more than 10 centimeters thick. Can you believe this? Beijing in September. Yet it looks like winter." Another witness exclaimed, "The sky turned black in the west around 5 p.m. Then came the roar, hailstones like ping-pong balls slamming down, smashing glass everywhere. Beijing was under attack from the sky itself." In Shijingshan, Shunyi, and Fengtai, people froze in disbelief. Massive hailstones, each the size of an egg, came crashing down as if the sky was giving them away for free. Cars on the road were instantly battered full of craters, rooftops dented like tin struck by hammers, and glass windshields shattered into spiderweb patterns. One unlucky owner had just bought his car 2 weeks ago. Now the trunk was covered in deep pits, the sunroof blown apart, and repair costs expected to run into tens of thousands of yuan. Piles of ice stacked up across the streets. "Luckily we didn't drive today," one person sighed. "It's September. How can this be? Look, it's all hail falling, not rain. One chunk was as big as a steamed bun. It's freezing cold." Earlier, their street had already flooded, and when they tried to wade through, the icy water forced them back. "Better cover it first," another said. "I only came to buy a few things. Look how generous the shopkeeper is. But with this storm, he can't sell anything anymore." No one expected it to be this disastrous. The store owner's goods were ruined in an instant. "Just look," said a witness. "Hail hit my hand so hard it felt like needles stabbing. I had to crawl into someone's car for safety. Thank God his vehicle still worked. It carried so many people away." "Who could have known this was coming?" another cried. "I've never even heard of hail like this. It smashed my hand red. I had to run for cover immediately." Residents stared in disbelief. I've lived decades, but never once seen hail this enormous. Look at those vegetables, it's heartbreaking. That poor uncle lost his entire truckload. People rushed to save what they could, but every fresh green vegetable was shredded to nothing. He even climbed onto the truck trying to shield it, but it was useless. In minutes, all his produce was destroyed. He still handed me some leftovers. Perfect vegetables just moments before, but now beaten to pulp. He didn't even want to take them back. Others showed their injuries. Look how swollen my hand is. Hailstones pelted it raw. I swear, I've never seen ice fall this violently. In just an hour, Beijing was buried under hail so thick it looked like winter. Even the heaviest rains have never come down like this. On the evening of September 13th, huge hailstones, many the size of ping-pong balls, some even as big as chicken eggs, struck Beijing districts including Fangshan, Fengtai, Mentugo, and Daxing. It poured like an ice waterfall. One Fengtai resident recalled, "The whole community turned into the ice age. The sky just dumped blocks of ice onto us. We've never seen hail this monstrous." Another video circulating online showed cars smashed beyond recognition. "The hail fell like bullets," a resident said. "Beijing's used car market won't survive this." Just look at this hailstorm. Cars everywhere were smashed beyond recognition. The used car market turned into a disaster zone overnight. After drenching Henan with heavy rains, the storm rolled straight into Beijing, delivering the city's first hail of autumn. On the evening of September 13, 2025, dark thunderclouds exploded overhead, unleashing a furious storm. Marble-sized ice bullets hammered down, mixed with sheets of rain and gusts of wind reaching level 6. People stood frozen on the sidewalks, recording the chaos as vehicles across the city were pummeled. For secondhand car dealers, it was like watching money evaporate. Windshields shattered, roofs caved in, and prices collapsed instantly. Insurance companies must be crying harder than anyone. Some hailstones were literally the size of eggs, smashing down as if chunks of frozen rivers were crashing from the sky. That same night, hail hit my own neighborhood. The forest stripped trees bare, ripping off every leaf. It felt like nature itself had declared war. Beijing netizens were furious, claiming the news of the storm was censored, even though everyone saw it with their own eyes. One user, Resigned Rosemary, asked bluntly, "Why was the Beijing hailstorm deleted from trending?" Another, Chestnut, sighed, "Hail in September. What kind of cruel fate is this?" Wang Xiaomiao raged, "I can't stand it anymore. Do they even censor hail now?" And Sorrowful Fruit shouted, "You can't silence the people forever." Others drew deeper meaning. Bad Enema 666 quoted old sayings. Hail in summer is a sign of heaven's wrath, punishment for corrupt officials and human sins. Nansu Yuning mocked, "Even hail is banned from hot search. Guilty consciences are showing." Another user pointed out that by the lunar calendar, it was still only the 7th month, and such snow-like hail is almost unheard of, proof of extreme, abnormal weather. The 3rd or 4th time the sky clears warned, "Heaven will come to settle accounts." And Shark Island Lover said it plain, "This is punishment for evil."
Let me show you how young Chinese are surviving through extreme saving. One man who moved to Guangdong in 2005 says he never eats out. At 11:35 a.m., he went to the supermarket and spent just 7.5 yuan on tofu and pork to make cabbage stew. "Every day after work, I cook at home," he says. "When colleagues invite me to dinner, I refuse, because 100 yuan at a restaurant could instead buy me 3 jin of pork, 30 eggs, 10 jin of rice, and a bucket of oil. Enough food for 2 weeks. As China's economy slumps, the real estate market crashes, and youth unemployment stays painfully high, consumer confidence has collapsed. In response, a wave of revenge saving is sweeping across the country. On social media, hashtags like saving campaign, saving check-in, and gold bean saving are going viral. One blogger, born in the 1990s, shows how she and her husband survive on extreme frugality. Spotting a watermelon on sale, she buys only half. The flesh becomes dessert, while the rind is stir-fried into a spicy dish for dinner. "We never ordered takeout," she says. "A home-cooked meal for a few yuan lasts days, while fast food costs more than 10 yuan for just one meal. People say we don't know how to enjoy life. The truth is, making money is so hard now, and life costs money everywhere. We can only save little by little." She skips milk, tea, and coffee, drinking plain water instead. "Why waste money on sugar and caffeine when a cup costs over 10 yuan?" she asks. Cooking at home is healthier and safer, and it saves money. Earning only 3,000 yuan a month, she manages to save 18,000 yuan a year through strict discipline. Her secret? Every month she deposits 1,500 yuan into a one-year paper certificate of deposit. By the 13th month, the first one matures. She reinvests the principal and interest along with the next 1,500 yuan. Over time, she holds 12 certificates, one maturing each month, creating a rolling cycle of savings. "Once you start, you'll want to continue," she says. "The habit snowballs and your money grows. But if you live paycheck to paycheck, 10 years will pass and you'll have nothing." Now, this frugal couple with 3 children owns a car, a house, and steady savings. Their monthly food bill is under 1,000 yuan. How do they do it? By following what they call the 5 no's. No takeout, no eating out, no luxuries, no waste, no excuses. For them, saving isn't just a habit, it's survival. The blogger shared that she rarely buys clothes and never chases after designer brands. A 10 yuan t-shirt is enough to last her all summer. Her husband doesn't smoke, drink, gamble, or hang out socially. He works at a construction site, and on days off, he delivers food. In recent years, with money getting harder and harder to earn, she realized saving is no longer a choice but a necessity. She even collects used cardboard boxes, exchanging them for eggs whenever she has enough. Don't listen to the lies online about enjoying life while you can. You must save more. In today's world, having savings, 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, or 200,000 yuan, gives you true peace of mind. Don't fall for the sweet talk that money is earned, not saved, that you should live like every day is your last, or spend without worry. Those are illusions meant to trap you. Picture this. A family member suddenly falls sick, or an emergency hits, and you don't even have 10,000 yuan on hand. You beg for help, but everyone looks at you with pity or disdain. That helplessness, that humiliation, you'll never forget it. She explained that once saving becomes a habit, you won't panic when life throws challenges at you. Instead, you'll feel safer, more fulfilled, and more stable as time goes on. Both she and her husband grew up in rural villages. Through years of relentless effort, they managed to buy a house 4 years ago. Many ask how ordinary office workers can actually save money. They revealed 3 golden rules for saving. First, learn to control monthly spending. Before buying anything, always ask yourself, do I really need this or just want it?